we've seen some Falcons have some success against Kirby. That's led to the Falcon Kirby is 50-50 meme. And not at the not at the top level, of course, but mid to high. But you see a lot of Falcon players busting out the Pika, and it's a strong choice. If nobody wants to go into that Falcon Kirby matchup, but sometimes dropping away from your best character for a better matchup isn't always the answer.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially if you get like a Kirby player that a lot of Kirby players specialize in this matchup because they have to. Like this is arguably Kirby's, probably not arguably, this is Kirby's toughest matchup. And
that's for sure.
You'll see some Kirbys that are incredibly specialized against Pikachu but might struggle against like a Falcon or a SnS or something like that. Ensindic cleaning up.
You see 3 deaths going for those up Bs, looking to be big Kirby, increase those hitboxes and hurt boxes.
Yeah, when you get an aerial like that close to the ground on Kirby, you can follow it with an up smash, combo into something more. Instead, he throws off stage, doesn't have the edge guarding he needs, and
F smash just misses from Ensindic.
All right, I like that. When you're near the ledge or ledge hopping against Kirby, you'll see Alvin do this a lot. You just up B straight across past Kirby. It can really get you out of trouble because like playing against Kirby at the ledge can be kind of dangerous. And if you just want to take, if Kirby's going to play at the ledge like that, you can just take stage control by zipping straight through.
Ensindic just misses that edge guard. Pick this up. 3 deaths he'll make it back.
They're both high percentage. Not enough to kill on Ensindic yet, but forward smash. Okay.
Ooh, and he knows he won't make it on top plat with the.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a lack of awareness there. A forward smash almost definitely would have killed Pika there, and he pays for it by losing a stock first. But he's still, still up. If he gets a kill, he'll have a full, or not a full stock lead, but yeah, that'll definitely do it. It's up 2-1, but he suffered some percentage. Let's see if Ensindic doesn't quite have the combo game down, and 3 deaths has a good idea of how to rack up damage on Pika. Oh, yeah,
bad roll there from Ensindic, and 3
right
deaths hits him with the F smash.
That was a good awareness and reaction from 3 deaths to just kind of wait there for the roll and F smash. Because again, like there's not a whole ton you can do playing at the ledge as Kirby against Pika. You can get lucky and catch him with the down air, but you're better off just spacing away a little bit and catching him as he gets on stage.
We see Ensindic switch to Falcon. That is his main. Even though it's not as good of a matchup for Falcon, he knows it's his best character and thinks it'll give him a better shot to win.
Yeah, he made it back on stage. Got him off stage. Falcon can do some things to edgeguard Kirby, and Ensindic is opting to play super safe. But I'd like to see him throw out some up airs to kind of create a lane for Kirby, force him downward. Instead, he's giving Kirby free reign to recover high. And Falcon is one of the few characters very good at covering high like that against the floaty characters. Ooh. Can he turn this into a combo?
Ooh, he misses that, barely misses that down air.
Good read or follow from 3 deaths. This should be it for stock. And he's got some percentage on him, but against Falcon thrives on comboing at lower percentages. Now he's opting for the back throw and the edge guard, but he hasn't been able to edge guard anything.
Oh, good F smash there to
yeah,
capitalize.
3 deaths really, that was a, I mean, it looked like it could have been close, but that really set him up to get F smashed like pretty easily. Great spacing. Doesn't get the
misses the dash, and so he can continue that combo.
Up air into a down air. And he can still make it back, but this is a pretty easy coverage from Falcon. Unless
SD there from Ensindic.
I mean, he's still up 2-1, but I mean, you don't want to give him anything. See, that would have been a good opportunity to maybe shield drop up air to keep that combo going. But he's looking very strong for this last stock, so I don't think he's too worried about it right now. Definitely bought himself some space with that. That sucked, but he didn't do anything with it. Yeah.
Really opted for that suck. That up air should do it.
And you look at that, we were talking about it. Now, 3Deaths definitely has the opportunity to adjust and bring that back. Falcon's a very jarring character to go against in game 1. You're like, you know, the first game that you play against Falcon. But you saw him, Ensindic look pretty lost as Pika. And now he definitely made a lot of mental errors as Falcon, but he looked so much stronger. He was definitely much more in his own comfort zone.
Yeah, there was a JB3 there, and he SD'd once. Let's see if 3Deaths can capitalize on a couple of things to take the set. And he can make it back on stage. Great recovering forward air. 3Deaths was definitely not ready for that.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about it. Sometimes going for the better matchup isn't worth it if it's not your better character. And on top of that, sometimes you're going for a matchup where even though it's theoretically easier for the other player and more difficult for you, they might be less familiar with it. And you might be more familiar with it. So there's a lot of things to think about. But I always like to say player matchups over character matchups. You got to think about the player matchups, how you will do against this person and how the other person will do against you, less so than the characters. Ooh, nice, gets the hook.
Ooh, good hook there from Ensindic. So we're all tied up at 3. Clean stocks.
Yeah,
not anymore.
Close game so far in the final game of the set. Oh, he had so many opportunities to up smash there.
Yeah, looks like he could have grabbed or up smashed. Oh, just misses that grab. Let's see if 3Deaths can
great coverage there. He knew exactly where Ensindic was going. So he's definitely adjusted for this last game. He has a much better idea what to do against Falcon. But Ensindic's making it a little bit easier for him, not up smashing at all.
Yeah, it looks like 3Deaths is just hovering right above him without actually throwing out any aerials, which is a free up smash for Falcon.
And Ensindic teched in there several times where he probably could have mixed it up a bit and gotten away. Late on that back air.
And another nair. We'll see you later.
Huge adjustment this third game from 3Deaths. 3Deaths is up 3-1.
This is night and day from that game 2.
And this could be it right here.
Ooh, good combo there.
On stage.
See a little pop off there.
Oh, and yeah, like after a very strong showing from Ensindic,